What's up, guys? Today I'm going to talk about the show Bad Sisters, which is on Apple TV. Apple TV has been coming out with some bangers lately. Blackbird and now this. I'm going to just talk about how much I love Sharon Horgan. She's on another really good show called Catastrophe. It's a comedy. It's on Amazon Prime. If you need a good laugh, check it out. Bad Sisters is about a woman named Grace who has 4 sisters. She is married to a horrible man, and the sisters are trying to get her away from him. I will say I thought the show started out a little slow, but that's just the American in me, you know? We have short attention spans. We can't help it. I was so creeped out by the fact that John Paul called Grace Mammy throughout the whole show. Like, gross. There are definitely some characters that you hate in this show. Number 1 most hated character, obviously John Paul. But number 2, Thomas. God, he's annoying. Number 3, Thomas's wife. Why don't you mind your own business? And number 4, throughout probably 95% of the show, Matt. God, poor Oscar. It really makes you think about judging someone before they've been found guilty in a court of law. Now I'm going to talk about some spoilers. So if you haven't watched yet, definitely come back after you've watched the season finale. Did y'all see it coming that Marnie was going to be the one in the freezer? I mean, I knew it wasn't going to work out so good. The minute she slammed that freezer door, I was like, oh God. No, Becca, no! But damn, it was so satisfying when Grace figured out what a piece of shit John Paul was. Am I right? Quite frankly, I was shocked that he tried to do anything for her in the bedroom. And then the fight is so intense, which was shocking because they made Grace seem so fragile throughout the entire show. I was just, quite frankly, impressed. I mean, just when we thought that John Paul could not get any worse, we found out that he raped Eva? The writers really outdid themselves on that one. I love how strong the sister loyalty is in the show. I mean, Grace was so hung up on John Paul, but the minute she figured out that he hurt her sister, it was over for her. They did such a good job displaying the dynamics of sisters because it's so like that. You're fighting and get on each other's nerves, but the minute someone messes with your sister, they're messing with you. That movie that Grace was watching at the end, how she figured out how she was going to stage his body, I died. That woman's face when she gets strangled by the scarf she's wearing is too good. And I was really wondering, how did she drag John Paul's body down the stairs by herself and move him to get him on that motorcycle? I thought it was just going to be a plot hole, like, okay, well, it's just a show. She did it, I guess. But ye of so little faith, because they came back and explained it. It was Oscar, as if we needed another reason to like Oscar. I want to go back to Matt for a second. I hated him throughout 9.5 episodes of the show. And then in the last half, he becomes so likable, which was honestly really convenient for me because I thought he was pretty hot. I mean, those brown eyes, Jesus. Him dating Becca, God, so typical. She knocked on the door and he hid behind his desk. Side note, this guy actually did that to me one time in a grocery store. Except for he hid in the meat department. It was so weird. And she's like, are you ghosting me? And he's like, no, of course I'm not ghosting you. Sweetheart, he was ghosting you. At the end, he calls her and he's like, I need to talk to you. And she's like, that's nice. I was like, go girl. I loved the show. I didn't start watching until 7 episodes were already out, but I was on pins and needles for episodes 8, 9, and 10, and they did not disappoint. Definitely one to check out, and let me know if you like it.